What's good, everybody, and welcome into the Early Edge. It's a gorgeous Saturday morning out here in Southern California. We're in your feed every single day before 11 a.m., powered as always by SportsLine. And yesterday, it was kind of a weird, fun day, getting a lot of tweets. Coach, rough, brutal day. Not if you follow the entire brand of the Early Edge. We had two golf winners that cashed yesterday. We had a Yankees over in the Cubs and Reds. If you stayed up late, we had an under in the hockey. Things came through. We also had the winner in the Kentucky Oaks. Because we don't care what the sport is. We're here just for you. Now, if you haven't listened to our Kentucky Derby episode yet, it's in your feed. Go listen to it right now because we still have the Oaks Derby double in play tonight. And hit that subscribe button. Getting very, very frustrated. Just me, not the show unit. On people saying, I couldn't find all these picks, Coach. Follow us on YouTube, Apple, Spotify. Hit the subscribe button so that every time we drop any new content, it is in your feed. Today's a very, very special day. Let's bring in the stars of the show, and you're going to see why. Oh, look at the faces. Look at the faces. First, he's on a 22-4 run. 22-4 run. He is M squared. He's becoming a legend right before our very eyes. Mikey, good morning.
Good morning, Coach. We'll keep it short and sweet today. Looking forward to hear some analysis from Zack and Gene. Big day this weekend. Let's go.
Speaking of Zack Attack, he's here every single Saturday morning, and he has been killing it lately. Zack, good morning.
Good morning, Coach. It's been a good month. I've had some underdogs on the Saturday shows that have come through, but today just straightforward with a couple of favorites.
We love doggy dogs. Now, the real star of the show, he hit the winner yesterday at the Kentucky Oaks. Special episode in your feed right now. Mr. G. Menez, welcome to the show, sir.
Coach, thanks for having me. This is my maiden voyage on the Saturday Early Edge. I'm glad to be with you and Mike and Zack. Happy Derby Day to all of you.
I don't think that anybody outside of me is more excited to have you on the show today. I really, really mean that. So let's jump right in, guys. We got to go storylines that could affect the betting lines today. M squared, as always, the floor is yours.
All right, it's a busy day, but we're going to run through them quickly, starting with the Detroit Pistons. Plumlee, Dennis Smith Jr., Corey Joseph, Wayne Ellington, Jeremy Grant, Diallo, Magruder, all ruled out. On the other side, LaMelo Ball is questionable to make his return. Keep an eye out for that today. They are favored by 7. For the Golden State Warriors, Kelly Oubre, Draymond Green, both questionable in this game against the Houston Rockets. They're still favored by 8 points, as essentially everyone is out for the Rockets still. For the Indiana Pacers, Montes Sabonis, Malcolm Brogdon, Jeremy Lamb, all questionable in this game. Jakar Sampson, who had been playing a bit, he has already been ruled out. On the Oklahoma City Thunder side, Shai Gilgeous-Alexander remains out. Lou Dort is also out for this one. For the Miami Heat, Tyler Hero out still. Victor Oladipo is not really close to his return as well. For the Cleveland Cavaliers, Darius Garland now doubtful to play in this game. Larry Nance remains out. Matthew Dellavedova questionable. For the Chicago Bulls, Lauri Markkanen questionable to play. Zach LaVine remains out. For the Dallas Mavericks, Luka Doncic upgraded to probable. Kristaps Porzingis still questionable in this one. For the Toronto Raptors, Kyle Lowry, Chris Boucher, both remain out. Fred VanVleet is probable. On the Utah side, Mike Conley and Donovan Mitchell both remain out.
I wish everybody could follow what the Phoenix Suns are doing. They're playing great. Everybody's playing, and they're, I think, the best team in basketball. They had another big-time win last night. Listen to what Mikey says. It affects everything, which is why we're steering clear right now and not making NBA picks here on the show. All right, Gene, I know tonight, Kentucky Derby, baby. You got any storylines that could affect the betting lines as we get closer to post time?
I do, Coach. First of all, King Fury, the number 16 horse, scratched yesterday. So the field is down from 20 to 19. He wasn't going to take a whole lot of win money, but it's something that you should keep in mind. The track is fast. We've got a great, beautiful day at Louisville today. So you don't have to worry about handicapping for the slop or the mud. Also, Mattress Mac, Houston businessman, put down the first of his kind of bet installments on the Derby yesterday on expected favorite Essential Quality. Bet $500,000. He's still expected to bet between $2 and $4 million before the race today. That dropped Essential Quality's odds. He's now 2-1 in the early wagering. Rock Your World is 4-1. Hot Rod Charlie is 6. And in the early Oaks Derby will pays, Essential Quality and is the expected favorite. Rock Your World also is second. And Known Agenda and Hot Rod Charlie are about the same price in the will pay. So you'll probably see those odds closer to each other as we get closer to the race.
All right, very good. One of these days, we're going to do an episode just on Mattress Mac. I got to work with him years ago in the WWE. He's not a great gambler, so don't follow his picks. He just likes to bet a lot of money because he's very, very rich, and that's what he likes to do. So let him do it because it's fun. We talk about it. All right, we got to jump in now. Our board is packed today. I'm going to start with 3 plays from SportsLine. I tell you, we'll go anywhere in the world if we see an edge, and we see one in the Mexican Liga MX Action Soccer. I'm not kidding. Tigres, hopefully I get that right, and Chivas. Saturday, tonight, 6 p.m. Eastern time. Now, my man Roger Gonzalez at SportsLine, the last 3 matches in this league, he is 5-1 on the money line and the over-unders. He's hit the exact score prop 2 out of the 3 games. And for $100 bettors, if you played those 3 games with Roger, you cashed over $1,700. The 2 plays today, Tigers to win, plus 195. We love that. Then over 2.5 goals, plus 130. Hopefully we don't get what happened yesterday in that game in the Premier League happened today. So those 2 plays, Tigres to win, over 2.5 goals. Then in baseball, it's the same information as yesterday, so I don't need to go over it. Cubs, Reds, over 8.5. That coming from our guy, Justin Perry, who's been amazing. When the Reds are home, the over comes in. Plain and simple, 10-1 now. Final play, Oilers, minus 125 over the Flames. This is a late start tonight, 10 Eastern. This is a graded A play at SportsLine. It is cashing in 63% of our simulations. All right, those are our, technically 4 plays from SportsLine. But now, one of my favorite times of the show, Mikey, M squared. You know the drill, son. Give it to me.
All right, Coach, let's start with the Kansas City Royals once again and the Minnesota Twins, except this time we're taking the over 9 runs, coming back at even money, plus 100 at William Hill right now. I like the over quite a bit in this one. So you guys love when we talk about the weather and air density. Outside of games at Coors Field, this is the lowest air density game we have seen all year in Major League Baseball so far. The median total in my model is 10.3 runs, massive edge on the 9. So a couple things working in our favor here. Danny Duffy on the mound. He has been good if you look at the actual numbers, but I tell you, we're looking at expected numbers. His actual weighted on base average 237 balloons to 326, which is right in line with his career baselines. And all we know about Danny Duffy in his career is he's vulnerable to right-handed power. That's exactly what the Minnesota Twins have. On the other side, Matt Shoemaker, his actual number is still 50 points lower than his expected at 380. So we're dealing with 2 at or below major league level against lineups that really aren't going to strike out enough to give them any upside. Take the over 9 in this one. And then my second game, Oakland Athletics, minus 1.5 on the run line, coming back at plus 105. Matt Harvey versus Luzardo. Luzardo has been awesome in terms of strikeout upside, 11.5 strikeouts per 9 innings, especially at home. His weighted on base average is actually higher than his expected numbers. On the other side, Matt Harvey, his expected weighted on base average, 337, also going to be in line with what we've seen more from him in his career, has 0 strikeout upside, only striking out 5 hitters per 9 innings against left-handed batters here. Not a good spot for him. Take the A's on the run line.
And they should be very motivated, Mikey, because they lost last night. Kind of gave it away in the 9th inning. They were down. They had runners all over the place and couldn't score. So I like that A's play today. All right, Zack Attack, you're up, sir. What do you got for us today?
I'm going to start with a big price, the Padres minus 170. I think it's justified here, and I have concerns with pitcher Anthony Desclafani of the San Francisco Giants. He's coming off a complete game shutout in his last outing against the Colorado Rockies, something he has not done since August 27, 2016. Quite a long time ago, and I think you can expect him to get chased off the mound in the 4th or 5th inning and for the Padres to tack on additional runs against that Giants bullpen. And then the second play will be the Dodgers minus 125. What a slide we've seen from the Dodgers, just 3-9 over their last 12 games. But they've had success against Brewers pitcher Brandon Woodruff. 2 starts against the Dodgers from Woodruff. He has had an ERA over 5, and that includes last year's closeout loss in the wild card round against the Dodgers. And in that game, Austin Barnes went 2 for 2, got things rolling. He'll be in the lineup today, and I think this is a good spot to back the Dodgers.
Yeah, I think this has been a great thing for baseball bettors, is having the Dodgers stumble to bring all these ridiculously high numbers back down to where we can actually bet them. By the way, normally I don't like to approve a bet above minus 150, but Zach, you know, sometimes when you got minus 170. The juice can be
worth the squeeze, Coach.
You're damn right it is. Thank you. All right, now, sometimes we can go long. Sometimes we can make the show a little bit longer when one of the two biggest events of the year that people bet on, you got the Super Bowl and you have the Kentucky Derby. Gene, you're in the anchor leg. First, give me your pick to win.
My pick to win is Rock Your World. He was 5-1 on the morning line. He's taken a little bit of money in the early wagering down to 4-1. I think you're still going to get close to 5-1 come post time, especially if Mattress Mag drops all that money on him. He won the Santa Anita Derby, set a fast pace, won drawing away. And the most impressive part of that race was after the finish line when he expanded on that lead. I think he's going to set a really good trip just outside of Medina Spirit, come home, finish strong, and win the 147th Kentucky Derby.
I know there's a lot of our followers out there that are sitting on a ticket from last night with the Oaks Derby double, and that double is Rock Your World. But, Gene, our fans, our followers, they also love a long shot. They like something they can sprinkle a little bit and then sit back and say, if that comes in, I'm cashing a big ticket. You got a long shot for me?
I do, Coach, and he actually is Chiefs Dog of the Day.
What?
Oh, Bezos.
Oh, my God. Sorry, go ahead. I'm sorry.
No problem. Oh, Bezos. He was 20-1 on the morning line. He's actually now up to 41-1 in the early wagering. So this is going to be big balloons if it hits. He has improved as he's gotten strong, as he's gotten older. He's gotten faster as the races have gotten longer. He's arguably the best closer in the race. He might need a pace meltdown or a really clean, but if he gets one of those, he could definitely make his impact late in the race.
And one thing that we don't want to get when the race is over, Coach, you gave me old Bezos. It cost me thousands. I actually got a tweet like that yesterday. We can't emphasize anymore. A long shot is just a little sprinkle. And, Gene, you are my new favorite handicapper in the world, by the way. That was the greatest thing the early edge has ever done so far. And that's saying something. All right, we're up against it. Grab your paper, grab your pencil. Here is our recap. It is a loaded page by the jeweler. Let's go through it. M squared, you're on the Royals Twins over 9 plus 100. Remember, he's on a 22-4 run right now. The A's on the run line, minus 1.5. That's plus 105. Then Zack Attack. He's on the Padres, minus 170. It's okay. It's okay. And then the Dodgers, minus 125. They've got to get back on track at some point. We think the day is today. Then Gene's Derby picks, Rock Your World. Love that name. 4-1, but get in on it now. As Gene said, the number is coming down. Then our Chiefs Dog of the Day, Oh Bezos. 41-1, just a little sprinkle. And then our 4 plays from SportsLine. In the Mexican Soccer League, Tigres to win, plus 195. The over in that same game, 2.5 goals, plus 130. Then in baseball, Cubs, Reds, over 8.5. It just cashes every single time. And then finally, late, our last play of the day, the Oilers, minus 125, a graded A play at SportsLine. And don't forget, for those of you watching on YouTube, you can see our Jewelers Gym parlay of the day, plus 577 if you parlay the A's on the run line, the over in the Cubs and Reds, and the Oilers over the Flames. By the time you get there, you should be able to hedge a little bit if you so choose. Don't forget, we have a special Kentucky Derby episode in your feed right now from Gene. Go back and watch that. And also, our guy, Ian Parker, slaying it on MMA. We've got a special MMA episode in your feed right now as well for UFC Fight Night tonight. That was a lot. We're ready. You've got your marching orders. Let's take all of these tickets straight to the pay window. For M Squared, for Chief, for Zack Attack, for our man Gene, and for the jeweler. He had a job to do, and he did it well. All of this in a nice little package today. Remember, this is the only place for your daily, for your Kentucky Derby, for your golf, for your MMA, all of it. Your Mexican Soccer League, too. Early Edge. Good luck.